Hi, this is Hazel Marie. I did want to clarify just a little bit on this booklet, especially for our newbies or people who may never have made a booklet before, um, because mine was already put together and it wasn't really a tutorial, it was a walkthrough. But I just wanted to explain just a little bit. Um, when I say I took, let me put that aside. When I say I took two pieces of muslin and one piece of batting. I took a piece of muslin, put a piece of batting, then put another piece of muslin, and I made them all connected around the edges. You can do it with hot glue or you can do it by sewing. After I did that, I took a second sheet. I did the same thing, two pieces of muslin, one on the bottom, a piece of batting, a piece of muslin, and I completed it all the way around. Then what I did was I decorated the front and the back and this page and this page. And then I decorated this page, this page, this page, this page. I put the one that had the front and then I sewed it down the middle. Now remember, these are already decorated. I did not put the large pieces in, but I put all the laces. I sewed it down the middle. I folded it over and it became page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that's how I made my book. Now, I know a lot of you already know that. I apologize for those of you who are advanced crafters. But you know what? We all had to start somewhere, and we all had to learn how to do it. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hi, everyone. This is Hazel Marie, and welcome to my craft room. Today, I want to share with you this beautiful lace book that I made. I made it about a year and a half ago, but at that time, I was not making videos, and so I had never made a video of this particular book. So I decided now it's time. Now, this book has been a little hard to video. I guess because it's all put together and it's a little hard in some ways to explain what I did, excuse me, without showing you the inside of the book. So that's just the way it's going to happen. So this is the front and this is the back of my book. And how I decided what I was going to do was I decided how wide or how much I wanted it to be in inches from here to here. And this is approximately 17 inches. And it's approximately 11 inches this way. Now, when you fold it in half, you get about an 8 by 11, which is more of a rectangle. And so that's how I decided the size of my book. Now, whenever I first started, I got some muslin fabric, 2 pieces, and in between them, I put a sheet of batting. And then I went around the sides and closed those up. And I made 2 of those. So you had 2 long sheets with muslin with batting in between. But when you folded them over, it became 4 sheets, which is 1, 2. But it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 if you include all the pages. But there's actually only 2 complete sheets that I did. Just when you fold it over, does it double in size. So when I double it like this, as you can see, you get more sheets. Okay, now go back over here. Now, what I did was on each piece of muslin with batting in between, with a piece of muslin on the other side, was I decorated both sides. The reason I did was because I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but at the time that's how I did it, and it worked out okay. So, as you can see on this one, this is move this way. This is my front page of my lace book. And what I did was make sure that when I laid down my laces and my appliques and my bling, I made sure that I put them all on first. And that included the piece of lace that goes around the edge. I put a piece on the outside, put a piece on the inside. After I got through laying down the laces, this is a double piece of lace here. This is part of a curtain. This is a beautiful piece of ribbon lace. And this is a beautiful piece of lace that I have here. And this has a piece of applique on top with bling in the middle. And then what I did was I went to the other side. This is the back side. And I laid down my laces, how I wanted to decorate them. And as you see, this lace and this lace, they're the same. And what I did was I put all my laces down, and then I came back over on this side, and I put a really pretty piece of a trim here, and it has lace, or not lace on it, but pearls on it. And I put my, of course, I continued my piece of lace all the way around, and then I took my pearls and I put them all the way around, and that covered up all the edges of all my laces, and it came out to where it was perfectly balanced, I thought. Now, I did not add my bling at this point in time. What I did was I turned this over and I decorated the inside. And it would be just like you flip this over, and I'm going to show you the inside of the book, although it would have been this page that you were decorating. I decorated everything I wanted with all of my laces. I put my large lace around the edges. Then I came back and I used, on this one, I used a braid and put pearls all the way around. And on this side, I used a braid, put the pearls, and it covered up all of the beautiful, or not the beautiful, but the edges. Now, when I had all 4 sheets together, 1, 2, 3, 4, I sewed down the middle. And as you can see, I have a 1/4 inch gusset, and I put a piece of lace over it. I did not want my hand sewing to be seen. I did not do this by machine. I did it hand sewing, and that connected all of my pages together. Now, oops, I just lost something. What I did then was I started on the inside. This has a pocket with lace, and I added a lot of bling and a lot of pearls, and I glued it down. And then I added these little, kind of an icicle, I'm not really sure what you call them, but little pieces of pearl bling, and I put a rhinestone in the center. And then I went and I put a piece of this ribbon all the way around so that you would not see where I had put this, gluing it on, and this piece of lace here. And this has all the beautiful pearls on it, as well as the lace that went around. Now, if you could, like I said, this was a little hard just to do, but as you can see, this page actually is this page, if that makes sense. This page goes all the way over here, and I decorated it. When I finished with this page, I went over here and I decorated this piece. Now, moving back to this one, I made a little tag, and it has a piece of crochet, but I put lace on first. This is more of that same lace that I told you about a while ago that was came from a curtain. Here's some more of that ribbon, or not ribbon, but trim that you've seen me use. And then I put pearls around. I added a bow, put a pale yellow flower, and this is a bling from an earring. And this fits right here in this pocket. And that was the first one of the inside that I covered. Now, this is the second. I'm going to kind of cover that up so you don't get confused here, hopefully. I made a little fan, and all I did was a back and forth fan movement. Then I took that, I used a lot of that curtain, and I put it into the creases, and I added this lace edging, and then I took one of the metal embellishments, and I just bent it around this piece right here. And this went actually on top of a pocket that I had made, but instead of leaving it open, I just kind of glued it down. And then, of course, I had added all of my bling, or all of my trim, my pearls. I made a little lace flower that went right here, and this is part of an earring. And on this page, I added two different of these really pretty pins. Whoops, got more glue, sorry about that. And I put them here on the side. If I can get this back in using my left hand. Guess that worked okay. And then I just simply said, okay, now we're going to go to the inside. Now the inside is this page, and if you know, there's a front, an inside, and a back. So this is the second sheet. Now on this one, I did it a little differently. Whoop, get back here in the middle. It's kind of hard to cover this up. But I cut out a butterfly, and I took the butterfly, I put this little piece of metal, and I just kind of cut it and then bent it. And then I put pearls hanging down, and kind of glued them so that they wouldn't be moving around too much, but that one came loose. And then I put some lace underneath there. Here is its antennae. Not sure how well you can see that. And then I put the rhinestones around it. As you can see, I'm using that curtain again. Boy, I got a lot of mileage out of that curtain, I'm telling you. Okay, up here, I added another flower, and it's set in the middle of a fedora. And I have some more of those little pearl uh, pieces. Um, Whoops, my camera stopped there for a minute. Anyway, some more of these little pearl pieces. And then, of course, I had already put my lace and everything around the edges, my lace. And then I came back and I covered it with this really pretty embellishment through here so you could not see. Then I moved over here, added my laces, whatever I wanted to do to trim my page, and I put that in. And then I made, not really sure what you'd call this. It's just a piece of lace. But I thought it looked kind of cute. I divided the page this way, and I put a really pretty bow and one of those pale yellow flowers again with a real pretty inset. And then I made a heart. Heart has, I'm telling you, great pieces of fabric here. The lace window curtain, and I covered it. I made this simply out of a piece of cardstock. Then I put my braid around the top, around the edges, and it has the pearls on it. I came back with a big bow and then a cluster of pale yellow flowers. And that was the inside. Here is the ribbon that I covered up my gusset with. Now over here was the back side. Remember, it's like 4 pieces. I don't happen to have anything right here, but it's like you've got 2 major sheets, but when you fold them in half, you end up with 4. Now over here, I had gotten this at Michael's, and I took some of the things off, and I put instead things that would match my book. And after I had glued on my trim, and here's my outside trim, or my trim that goes down, I added pearls to cover that up. I put rhinestones everywhere. Then I made a cute bow, or not bow, but a flower, and I put an old pearl earring trimmed in rhinestones. And here is another stick pin. I think my camera is stopping. I don't know what's going on. Ah, there it is. Here's another stick pin that I made. And it went right up in here. And as you can see, there's the page I showed you just a little bit ago. Here is my back sheet. Then what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to start decorating, doing anything I want to do on the outside of my album, or my lace book. So I put a pearl bling here. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Okay, I'm going to have to play this back to make sure it's working, because I don't think it is. Here we go again. Okay. I made this beautiful flower and put this beautiful earring in the middle, which was a gift from my sister. And then what I did was I put these large, beautiful rhinestones around the edge. And then on the front, what I did, I put the beautiful rhinestones around the edge. I put these pearl earrings that were from my sister also, and added some more rhinestones. And then I added 2 pale yellow flowers. And that is how I made my lace book. Now, I'm not sure if this is confusing or not. What I will do at the front of this is I will do the 4 sheets and show how I did it. So that might be easier. to understand. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it for you to show. And please know that I love you, appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching. God bless. Oops. That means I made an oops. Sorry about that. I skipped a page when I was going over um, my lace book. I don't know how I did that, but I managed to do it. So uh, I apologize, but this would be, if you were looking at the book, here's the front and the back. And then here is, if I can get this going here, this is the front and the back. And this is the second page right here. And this would be the front, because here's the front right here. This would have been page number 1, 2, 3. So this page right here, as you can see, I made just kind of I just cut out a piece of cardstock, covered it in that lace again. I took a really pretty piece of metal embellishment. I typed in the word lace on my computer, put it inside, and then I added 2 pearls and 2 rhinestones. Around the edge, I used that embellishment, and it has the pearls all the way around. Then I added a large pearl in the corners. Now on top of that, I used this, I'm not sure if these are called acrylic butterflies or what, but you can actually bend them. And I've used these before. And his little antenna you can move around. I put him up here on the corner. And then down here, I took a dress form and I covered it in lace. And I put a couple of those cute little pearl pieces. And this is the bodice. I put a piece of that bling around that has the pearls. Put another one right here, one of these, and then a pearl on the top. Now, on this particular sheet, if you can see, well, let's see here. I don't guess we can see that. But anyway, I put a piece of ribbon all the way around, and then on top of that, I put pearls. And then I put one of those, don't know if you can see it or not, but another one of those little pearl pieces with a rhinestone right here in the middle. And that's how I finished this page. So let me just go back here because I didn't do this a while ago. But if you're facing it, this is the front. Here is page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, and page 8. So you can see it ended up making a total of 8 pages. So sorry about the boo-boo.